Across the world, people have lost their livelihoods.
Somali President Mohamed Farmaajo's address to the United Nations was presented in New York Tuesday.
During a very uncertain period in history.
He was the 107th speaker of this week's annual UN General Assembly session.
Are different.
Farmaajo was introduced by Abukar Osman, the country's UN representative.
Recorded statement of the United Nations General Assembly's 76th session by His Excellency Mohamed Mohamed Farmaajo, the President of the Federal Republic of Somalia.
The Somali leader's speech was pre-recorded and edited in Mogadishu. He began by talking about overcoming the challenges created by the coronavirus pandemic. Farmaajo praised the cooperation by international organizations, although noting the extra difficulties faced by developing nations like his own.
I am proud to say that the Somali federal government responded quickly to the health pandemic in this country. Our policy prioritized the lives of our citizens, and most of our national resources and available human capital was dedicated to saving lives through direct medical provision of information sharing. Despite its devastating impact on individual lives, livelihoods, and the economy, COVID-19 galvanized the resilient Somali people, including the private sector and diaspora, as well as international partners, to do everything possible to mitigate the worst of the impact.
While noting that COVID-19 has impacted the Somali economy negatively, Farmaajo said that economic reforms continue to inspire confidence from international partners.
Economic reforms are key to the sustainable recovery and development of Somalia. In this regard, we are determined to continue growing our domestic revenue base, strengthening transparency and good governance, as well as working ever more closely with our people and our development partners to ensure that Somalia's recovery from COVID-19 is swift and sustainable.
The Somali leader boasted about his nation's natural resources. But then he listed the environmental challenges, including both flooding and drought, that the country has faced.
It's the collective duty of all states, communities, and individuals to respond to the needs of the planet. We must all do our absolute best to cooperate to protect the future of our planet and our source of lives, wealth, and well-being.
The president praised the United Nations' importance to global development. UNSOM is the 9th largest United Nations mission in the world. Farmaajo didn't address the political crisis at home directly, but he did recognize the importance of the delayed national elections in his speech.
We are currently finalizing the process of holding free, fair, and inclusive elections with the largest number of Somali electoral participants since the civil war in Somalia. The elections are centered on respecting the rights and the wishes of the Somali people, including the rights of women and the youth to represent themselves within a very political arena that governs them.
Farmaajo received a warm round of applause from those gathered for the 76th UN General Assembly meeting. ADN TV will continue to report on diplomatic developments involving Somalia around the world.